as long as it's before you go in game, it should work. Okay, so yeah, they changed the matchup because Stanley Winston didn't know the map, and he just realized that going Germany on an OTP map is not very smart. And because of this new information he decided to switch to Russia, which is for sure, in my opinion, smart decision. And Mongobillione was fine with it, so why not?
Yeah, and I need to say I know both players a bit. Stanley Winston I know a bit, and Mongobillione as well. So I can tell you that Stanley Winston is pretty familiar with Russia, and Mongobillione, to be honest, he can play also all cities like Stanley. Also, they're, I think, both a bit rusty, and we will see. It will be a really close match.
Yep. Okay, my UI is fine, so that's good news at least. Yeah, should be a good match. I would say traditionally Stanley Winston is maybe more of a sub player than Mongobillione, who is a bit of a treaty player, although he also plays some sub, of course. I would favor Stanley Winston, but like you said, he's pretty rusty, so I'm not sure. Why would you say this directly? He even got the second hand in line of sight.
Just, yeah.
Okay, wait, so that's the starting hand on both sides, other hands, and this is basically this, so I think it's fair, right? There's another hand here and one here. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty new map, so I guess it's super fair.
So, you wanna introduce the players, maybe?
Yeah, we have here Mongobillione in the color green, and he's playing Dutch, versus Stanley Winston on the other side in the color pink.
Oh yes, I'm pretty sure he did it only for you.
He's always pink. And he's playing Russia. And I need to say, both players are Stanley Winston is always pink and Mongobillione is always green. And I love these colors together. It looks so nice.
And how do you do when you're in a game with Stanley Winston and you're both fighting for the pink?
Stanley is always so nice to me that I can play pink.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's why my Aztec Explorer is Stanley Winston. Okay, so
oh, green already picked up a native not a scout, a native warrior, a Cherokee rifleman. This guy is pretty tanky. It's really not easy to kill it in H1 just because of this high HP and the decent range. It's really a decent net. Can lame villagers also, and if you want to TC fire it, you need to shoot it like 3 times or something.
Can we see the fog of war, please?
Yes, of course we can. A nice 90 foot here. He could pick it up pretty easily with this extra warrior.
By the way, did they change something on Russia in the last CP?
Compared to the previous EP, they reverted the food cost of the villagers. It's not 255 food anymore for 3 villas, it's 270 like on the regular patch. But compared to the regular patch, they still keep the 20 strelets in H3, which is not very significant. The food change is more significant, but if you ever go H3, well, 20 strelets instead of 17 is still a decent buff. 3 more strelets, so... Stanley was able to pick up this treasure, but now he's kind of in a...
But 80 would, it's so nice for Russia. He can put his blockers much faster somewhere and rush super hard.
Yeah, but he doesn't know the map and he's in a corner a bit. He got trapped. Look how he's walking. He doesn't know what to do exactly. Mongobillione trying to snare him, maybe not gonna work, but when he's doing this and Pink is forced to go away from his base and he's probably just gonna die. I mean, look, he doesn't know the map. He's running on the shore now and probably gonna get caught at some point.
Just jump on the whale! Jump on the whale! Oh god. Oh, and we see Dutch is aging up a bit slightly faster than Russia.
Yeah, Dutch is more or less always aging pretty fast. Depends how you macro your H1, which treasures you get, but usually Dutch is at the latest aging at like 4 minutes 10, if not faster on some great start. Like for example, when you get an extra 100 coin starts, I'm by the way not sure. I think it was a coin start. Yeah, because Stanley got so much coin stacked. I think it was a coin start. So with this coin start, Russia was able to do nothing because he didn't make a market. And on the other hand, Dutch was able to train an extra villager without needing to mine the gold for it. So he could age up so fast for this reason. And now Stanley is just always running on the shore, and I think he's just gonna die now. Like, what could save him at this point? Rip.
His age up, but yeah, he doesn't age now. Aged up. So we see good forward blockers, but Mongobillione is able to lame the villagers with his rifle rider.
Yeah, but Reefer Rider, that's kind of Sioux guy. The Cherokee rifleman, you mean? Oh yeah, he needs to put him in the blockhouse. No, oh, this is so risky. What is going on there? Oh no, he's gonna die.
He's
oh my god. Oh my god. He could have just pulled it inside of the blockhouse. Because I was gonna say, because Mongobillione was busy with this explorer here, he was not able to attack this blockhouse so fast. So Stanley could have saved his villager, just put it in the blockhouse and
but I can't use the mouse on this. So what do you think do you think he's going for naked FF versus Russia? I would not do it.
I don't know, he just ships 100 wood, so he started with a bank from his 400 wood, but maybe he's gonna do a military building now, we need to see. Looks like he's stacking for a bank, because he's not spending his wood right now, but okay, we have 5 musketeers really early, and even before the 5 Cossacks come out, we will see what they do. I think they're mostly going to die, because there's this Kerm, and the Explorer and the TC Fire all at the same time would one-shoot the musketeer. But now the Cossacks are coming in, we're gonna be able to pick up this small army.
Yeah, of course. Can you show us the units in queue?
A bank. Where is... Oh my god, he's placing a bank there, okay. He doesn't want to be idle, but it's gonna be a very heavy mistake for him, because he's gonna lose a villager and most likely his bank as well. Oh no, don't siege it, kill the villager. It's gonna be close now.
Yeah, it's gonna be close, but Mongobillione is going definitely to lose a will.
Oh, and the bank also. To be honest now, it's even worse for Mongobillione because he invested more resources in the bank. He built it much higher, and when it goes higher, it's more resources that you invest. Because you always get back some resources when the foundations are destroyed, but now he's gonna get almost nothing back. He was trying to send a veer, and then he just changed his mind because he could see that all musketeers as well as Cossacks are now
But
here.
I don't understand why he placed there a bank. I mean, it's not in line of sight of his TC, and it's then he can't defend it. And we see a good 5, 4, maybe 13 from Stanley Winston.
Yeah, and I wanted to say I checked, and he just got 50 wood and 50 food back from this bank. So he invested like 600 or 700 resources in a bank and got only 100 back. So he just lost a villager and 500 resources for free. This
That's
definitely
so
makes
and
up.
he lost another will.
This definitely makes up for Pink losing a veal. Losing again a veal, so he lost how many at this point? 2, 3, 4 veals. Another veal gonna go down. It's a bit sloppy. Also lost his house, and yeah, like you said, the 4 Cossacks for the pressure. Stanley not trying to make units, just Mongobillione not trying to make units, just trying to FF, but he just is idled so much, and he didn't hurt. I mean, like, his animals are dead pretty far from TC, and this hunt is just running away, or this one. I mean, he didn't try to bring them under his TC, and he's in a tough position now, just chopping some wood. I'm not sure why, maybe for a house. Yeah, dropping a house now. Colonial militia coming in though.
Oh, wow. But look at the scores. This is exactly what you don't want as Dutch. Russia is ahead in score.
Yeah, Dutch should have an inflated score because each bank is like 7 score and only worth 4 veals. So every bank is basically 3 extra score. So he should be ahead by 12 score. And Russia's score is always low as well. And now Russia is ahead and aging also. Like, he aged up pretty fast.
And by the way, is it a betting match?
Yes, it is, by the way, a betting match. And
I hope
bet
everyone bet.
I bet 100 on Stanley 2-1.
Nah, don't. We should not share for.
Share what? The bets are closed now that the match started.
I mean to share for one player.
I'm not cheering. I just say what I bet. I bet on Stanley 2-1. That's all.
I bet
go Stanley, go. Go Stanley, go. I'm not
cheering.
cheering. Just I need money. I have only 59 points left on my betting, so I really need this money, please. Please. Okay, so pretty good age up time, to be honest. He made how many? 15 musketeers?
And we see Dutch is aging now too.
Yeah, he made 15 musketeers.
It's a bit late.
Oh, he's aging already.
For a naked FF.
How did he gather all the food?
Maybe he... No, he don't have a market.
Maybe more barracks.
No. So we see a market for Dutch.
Yeah, market going up.
Yes.
I think at this point he's just gonna try to camp forever in his base. When you have colonial militia, you should try to capitalize on it and just stay in base. Like, I don't know, go Falks or something with a coin. He still got 2k coin basically here, and 4 banks, so I think he can just go Falconets and Ritters, for example, because Ritters also cost mostly coin. You see he's dropping a stable. I don't think we will see a barracks so soon.
What do you think? What players are going to ship now?
If I was Mongobillione, I would for sure ship 1k wood, because he anyway got colonial militia, so he can't get pushed. So I don't see a reason for him to ship something else than 1k wood. But then, well, there's still the Falks, and even with colonial militia, it's not so easy to kill Falks. So maybe 9 Ritters would be needed here to try to snipe the Falks, because musketeers don't have so much range, and they are Russian musketeers even if they're upgraded.
But now he sees that there's colonial militia, so he go back and just let the Falks work on the houses.
Okay, this is not very good. Usually you need to pop only 10. Okay, now he's doing good. He's keeping only 10 vills to have maximum damage in his town center. And you see colonial militia, even if the Falconet is tanking a lot against range attack, especially town center, because there's a 0.5 multiplier against artillery, he's still almost half HP after only like 4 volleys of Falks. So even Falks can't really push in. That's why I was saying 1k wood would be maybe a good solution. And
oh,
it's
we
what
see
he
another
decided.
TC from Mongobillione.
Oh wow, that's very cheesy.
And he's going to scout it.
But well, yeah, that's the big problem, that it's gonna get scouted. But that's 5 Reuters here, so if he reacts fast enough, he should be fine. I think.
No, he don't. And he also don't see it. Oh no.
I think he's fine.
Ooh.
Oh, the passing is real.
What is going on there?
Why is Stanley not bringing his stuff to get this TC and the fears, you know? I mean, he's so close. He would already be here if he just reacted. Now the TC is gonna go up, and the problem is that colonial militia is of course even better now that he got 2 TCs. And he only got 24 vills, so I guess 2 TCs is kind of legit if you want to finish to max your vills to 50, you know? Still 25 vills to do.
But he don't spend his resources because he's out. He don't have so much food because the low food map.
But he
his
got some
macro
hands now.
is a bit.
Yeah, but at the same time he got an artillery foundry and gonna make some Falks, so I think it's fine that he's stacking a lot of gold. Like you see right now, the first Falk is in queue, I think. Or second Falk actually, so he's gonna spend, I think.
Yeah, he's exactly what he was saying. What he should do now.
Yeah, right of Falk. Yeah. Stream sniping, I guess. And yeah, I wanted to say something, but I forgot because I'm retarded. I guess it's fine. But 3 Falks against 2, so he can pop the colonial militia now. I think they're on the way actually. Oh wow. No, he just called regular Minutemen. Maybe that's enough. Oh wow, that's big. But the Opries actually have a multiplier against artillery, so they have 40 attack against Falks. I think they're just gonna clean up the Falks. If he needs to focus them on the Falks and not on the Ritters. Please. Okay, now there we go. So he basically traded 6 Opries, not even 6, he traded like 2 or 3 Opries for 3 Falks. But he himself lost 2 Falks and some musketeers to the Minutemen. I think this was a pretty fair fight. Oh my bad, I forgot to click on this guy. Of course, Dutch is ahead for now because he got 4 banks and also 2 TCs. Also interesting to note how Dutch can just go with 2 TCs. Yeah, I'm talking. I just finished. Okay, Dutch can just make vills from 2 TCs without even needing natural resources thanks to the banks. So he can camp even more with colonial militia and just in base with the banks, getting gold to make vills. I don't understand. Stanley is trying again to push in, but well, he's gonna pick up a bill. One Falk. But yeah, it's what I was meaning, like, the colonial militia, if Mongobillione even snared with like a couple of Minutemen in mini-mode, he's trying to do it right now, but with the low HP Minutemen, so it didn't really work. He could have cleaned this up actually if he put like this amount of Minutemen in mini-mode. Oh no, not the Ritters in mini-mode, they're gonna die to Musketeers so fast. Oh. This is a ton of Ritters dead. So this was actually not the worst trade for Stanley at this point. Minutemen in mini-mode and the Ritters shooting and the Falk behind and Colonial Militia shooting would have just done a lot of damage to this Russian army. Okay, so Mongobillione lost 6 vills and Stanley lost only 2, but Dutch is still ahead in eco. Also at some point, what am I doing? Yes, this. At some point, Russia will catch up because they make vills faster. Dutch can make one more bank basically, but he can't boom much more than that. Well, he got 2 TCs, but Russia is H3. He could also drop a TC and then he would make much more villagers. Also, I think Russian late game is just more scary than Dutch late game. Because Dutch can't really get a very good eco in late game, and Russia got this card. By the way, they don't really check the decks, but it's not very late game deck actually. There's no street at combat, and no food and gold upgrades. Only calf combat upgrade in H3. Where is he going? He's trying to flank on top here. Unfortunately for him, green is waiting there. Oh well. Oh, yeah, he's reacting. Okay, that's not the best volley ever, but it was a good good trade for green, and he was also be able to push back the Russian army. Are these threats upgraded? No, they're not. They probably should. He shipped the 23 at Scud. It still shows up as 17, but it's 20. Oh. Trying to raid, not very successful. Oh, he's shipping the fluids. It's a very good card. Each of these guys is 600 resources, and you can ship 3 of them in H3. It's 1k 8 resources. It's better than an H4 shipment. It's very good. Even 2 of them would still be a good shipment. So basically he can just bring his Falks in the fluids if he needs to. And in the trees I think the Ritters are gonna be able to cover the Falks pretty well. Maybe 1 Falk or 2 gonna die, but all these Opry is gonna die as well, so... Also these guys can train units, they're like galleons. Oh, a Culverin. That's a good decision, but I think 2 curves would be better because they can one-shoot a Falk. Oh, this curve is dead. Oh no, no, pull back your Ritters. Oh wow. So everything was just destroyed here, and denying a gold mine and some hunts as well. Where is the next hunt for Russia actually? It's here? Or here? Well, that's just some food here that he probably scouted. Russia got a lot of map control, so it's gonna be fine. But Dutch also getting a dangerous map control up there. And he's still making vills from 2 TCs, so Russia not gonna catch up in eco just now. And like I said, he doesn't have the most late game eco deck ever. It's the most late game deck, I mean. Oh, these comes popping right into the infantry are not gonna be good. But these 3 Falks.
The problem is that the Opries are not on the good side, so he would definitely kill the Falks with his Opries.
Wow, and now he's going in like full all in to try to finish the Falks, but the problem is that more Falks are coming. So while he's taking these Falks, like while he's taking them down, the others are doing so much damage, he's just gonna lose his entire mass of units there. I mean, the last volleys are gonna refinish everything, there's really like nothing left.
And now he ships 5 Cav archers, I don't know if it's.
Oh
yeah.
wow. Stanley calling the GG, read my points.
GG.
I mean, well played, Mongobillione. Did I fuck this start? Yeah, his start was really a bit sloppy. When he lost his bank was a very painful loss. I'm pretty sure we can even see it in the score. That somewhere here he just lost the bank, you know. Or here, I don't know. I think aging was a good solution, a good decision, because you can't really stay H2 against Colonial Militia Dutch. I don't see what you would do. You kind of need to go back and age yourself and then pressure with Falks. I think he just played it too all in with shipments. He really went super heavy on unit shipments. I mean, 2 Falks, 6 Opries, and then this and this and this. Even pretty bad shipments like 5 Cavarchers or 11 Musketeers are not the best shipments you can find. And for this reason, he was really a bit all in. And I think just some upgrades instead, or 1k wood for Falks himself, or something, I don't know, or another TC to set up a bit more for late game would have helped. Because he kept just pushing always in Colonial Militia TCs and Falconets and just lost a ton of units. I think we can see in the ratio that he lost way too much stuff. Like, you can see he got 0.5 ratio. Even for Russia, it's not a very good ratio. Especially when you make Musketeers and not Strelets. And the other guy called so many Minutemen, it's kind of 3 kills. Yeah, and Dutch outboom, no surprise here. Yeah, Dutch was even catching up at the end in the villager counts. So of course when he got 4 banks on top of this, he got much more eco, and it's really hard for Russia to do anything. Russia just took some very bad fights. This was not a good trade. This was actually pretty good for him. It's when he picked up the Falks, I think. Maybe. And here the last fight was just terrible for Stanley.
Yeah, these Falks are just. Was a nice pop.
Yes, he was going really heavy on infantry. The only cav he was making basically was the 5 Cavarchers he shipped and the Opries, but Opries are of course a raid unit and not very good at fighting, so they didn't help so much in fights. They picked up some Falks, but he would have needed like some other stuff, I guess, or make some coverings earlier. Okay, so I am not sure which map they decided to veto. But now anyway it's Mongobillione. Okay, I'm gonna give the map. I'm gonna give everything at the same time.
So, it's Florida, it seems like.
Florida is the second map, yep, I'm giving this, but I would like to know directly what is the third map, because, well, if we can give everything at the same time and not...
So, did you ask? Oh, yeah.
I'm asking, but they don't know. Mendocino. Oh, there's no UIs. He got it, no. Yeah, he says no UI 2.2c. So I guess he already got the tool at 2B, so let's just wait for him to invite us.
Yeah.
Looks like Stanley Winston is AFK for a
I
little.
hope he's not so sad that you lost one game.
Oh. Okay, so now Mongobillione needs to lose the 2 next games so that I get a little bit of money. If he wins 2-0, it's insane odds of 14. Should have bet on that, I guess. We will see. Well, to be fair now, Mongobillione needs to pick first, which is not... it's never really easy. He can't play Dutch anymore. On Florida, I think Brits is a pretty good save because there's a lot of food, and you can also go water a bit. France should be good also, I guess, for the same reason that you have some food and there's also some livestock that you can pick up with a native scout. Okay, Spanish, I didn't expect this, but well, it's anyway a pretty standard map, and I think you can pick more or less any sieve on this. Only thing you need to take care about is that there's only one gold mine base, and it can spawn a little bit forward. So, for example, if you're Germany, it can be a problem, or if you're well, Dutch, for example. So looks like we have Spain against Aztecs. Oh well, Stanley can still change his sieve. It's not like he's locked. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on. We're going in game without me green up. Okay. It's just bugging. ESO is just OP.
So we have Spain versus
Against Aztecs.
oh, Stanley's Aztecs. I like it.
Yeah, I don't like this matchup for Aztecs at all. It was already bad before, and now Spain is buffed.
Yeah, of course, but if Stanley do his standard rush, maybe he have a chance. But we will see. It don't look so good for the matchup.
Yeah, it's like if you hard rush, Spain can just go colonial militia and be fine. If you don't rush, you just lose to H3 Spain, basically. You can't even go for these fast industrial things because Spain just push you so fast that you can't do it. And also the Lancers are just really good against the Explorer, against the Maces, even against skilled Knights, and again your Warrior Priest also, they have a multiplayer. They kind of kill every Aztec unit, it's just not Coyotes and Eagle Runner Knights. So it's just very hard for Aztecs to deal with Spain, I think. So on top of the map we have Mongobillione in the color green.
Yeah, and he's playing Spain versus Stanley Winston in red. He's playing Aztec, and he's placing his fire pit already. This map is Florida. We need to say about this map. You have always a market. And we have 4 TPs, and it's a pretty decent water map as well.
Yep. The free market is interesting. This was 200 wood start for Spain and 300 wood start for Aztecs. I think they should both be able to get their hand dogs, but they're not doing. I mean, both of them are just stacking an unspent 100 wood at this point. Mongobillione is mining gold for the hand dogs actually, and Stanley maybe just not gonna go for hand dogs, or 75 wood. Wow, I would go for TP. I mean, when you just need to chop 25 wood. Why would you not make a TP? Or maybe he just wants to keep it to go for a really, really hard rush and get his warhead up really early.
Well, I learned Aztec from Stanley, I need to say. And I won with this build order, what he does some games versus decent players. And yeah, we will see what the players are going to do. Do you think Spain going for an FF with the colonial militia?
Well, this is gonna depend on what Stanley does. You can't know if Spain is gonna ship colonial militia for the reason that there's no reason for Spain to ship colonial militia if Aztec is not hard rushing. So yes, I would say yes, he will go colonial militia. Maybe. We can see he already shipped it in the first game as Dutch, so I guess he likes this card and he might send it as Spain. We can check, but I would say he got it in deck. Yes, there it is. But again, for this we need to first see what Stanley is doing. If Stanley is going for a timing push and not for a rush, for example, Mongobillione might decide to skip colonial militia because it would be a kind of useless shipment. Interesting to see that he also got ATP in deck. Advanced trading post, make your trading post cheaper and have more hit points in an attack, a ranged attack. But on this map you can see he can't take this TP, so he can take only 2 TPs.
Is he taking the 2 dogs?
Yes.
Nice.
He's gonna get such a nice army now. He can probably deny the Spain TP at this point. Also Spain can also make dogs himself when he's going H2.
But the dogs are stronger from Spain or from the treasure, or are the
They're
same
the same.
slots?
They're exactly the same. But Spain can just train more of them, and the pets are not quite as strong as dogs, because they get sniped by the explorer really fast because they are treasure guardians, and also they have less attack. They just have so much attack, 15 attack, and they're a bit faster. They're just very good. But I mean, if I would like Stanley to just come right now, you know.
Does Aztec also lose versus Spain on RE?
On RE, I think it's close. It's really hard to say. I would say Spain can win on RE, but it's probably harder to play from the Spanish side because it's just easy for Aztec to rush. But Spain should definitely, in my opinion, they should win if it's a high-level game on RE. And on EP, they have just better unit shipments, like 5 lancers instead of 4, 4 lancers instead of 3, 9 rods instead of 8, and they have the Spanish gold card, although Mongobillione doesn't have it in deck. Oh, okay. I would have really liked Stanley to try to deny the TP instead of laming a villager under TC. It's never gonna work. I guess it's still fine. He's getting some idle time, and this explorer can tank for a very long time some TC fire. He's just attacking, he's focusing the low HP. There's the one he already attacked with his dogs. Trying to just bring it really low HP to force Mongobillione to just keep it in town center. It's just 1v idles. Mongobillione shopping wood.
Well, maybe he will send. Well, can he take only 2 TPs or 3 TPs? Because
this map is 2 TPs per player. Sometimes it bugs and you can take 3, but right now it's pretty obvious that Spain can't take this TP and this one not, you know. Okay, so now we got the pike rush coming in. Stanley being pretty aggressive, but he doesn't have any orange units as of now. So he's not gonna be able to snipe the Veers, which means that Mongobillione can just keep gathering his gold crates and go on food to age up. Like right now, you know, the mace is coming in a bit late. He's gonna be able to age up just in time. Now he doesn't care so much about what happens because he's anyway aging. He just needs to save his town center. And the tower plus the town center are just doing so much damage.
yeah, this is true. But when Stanley now shipping pikes and also making pikes, maybe he's able to do something.
Well, he can definitely bring the tower down, but I doubt that the town center will die. And the problem is that when Spain is H3 and you're Aztecs, it's very hard to deal with. Lancers and Rods and Farcs is just very, very tough units for Aztecs. They don't really have any musketeers or dragoons to kill the Rods. They don't really have any cav to counter the Lancers. Coyotes are not the greatest cav. Even dogs are tough to deal with as Aztecs. Dogs are just so hard to kill. But he lost his explorer, so.
And also we need to say how many villagers lost Mongobillione.
I think he lost maybe one. I heard a noise, or two. Okay.
And now it's a question. He shipped 6 pikes. Is going the town center down? We see more pikes are coming in.
No, it's never gonna go down. I can tell you that if Mongobillione stays exist under TC and doesn't bring much more units very fast, it's just gonna lose the game like in 30 seconds, because 4 hussars are gonna pop with a Minutemen and just kill everything here. And this TC is not
but
gonna go
Mongobillione,
down.
he don't have the resources for Minutemen.
Oh. You're right, but even like this, I think it can TC fire most of the pikes and pop 4 hussars. He should have resources for
look,
the
what
Minutemen.
kind of units are coming in for Stanley?
Or more pikes, so maybe it's gonna go down actually. Without Minutemen, it's gonna be tough, you're right. I was thinking he got Minutemen and then he's really fine, you know, with Minutemen, but he doesn't have them.
He will just
Oh,
finish
wow.
the TC now. Look at this. Oh wow. Aztec OP.
I need to say these guys have just a ton of siege.
Yeah, now he's losing his Hussar and now he's losing the Wilds. It's over.
To be honest, yeah, now it's over, definitely. He was not able to ship something. Really, the Minutemen was the only problem. Minutemen would kill all the
And
pikes.
there we see also 5 coyotes coming in for Stanley.
Yeah. Yeah, this is over.
Yeah.
He should have gathered for his Minutemen.
GG.
Even if you need to lose like 1 or 2 wheels because you're gathering food and coin or something, I mean, or even sell some wood in your market, I don't know. Just make it work that you can call your Minutemen, because Minutemen have a multiplier against pikes and they just completely destroy them. Along with 4 hussars, they would definitely win. He's trying to sneak in the tower to ship something, but I mean, he got 7 villagers and the towers will go down because there's just so many pikes.
GG.
Well, I didn't expect it to go this way.
Well played by Stanley Winston with his Aztec rush.
Yeah, well played.
It's
He
not
made-
so hard to ship units.
He made spikes and ship units. Well
but it
played.
works. It works.
In my opinion, it shouldn't work against Spain because of the colonial militia card.
But he
and-
didn't. Look, he didn't make units and he don't have colonial militia, so of course it works.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't ship. I mean, look, he's stacking 2 shipments and almost a 3rd one, and he could have definitely shipped colonial militia in this time.
This is true.
He could even have. Look, he could have shipped. Oh, this is weird. He could even have shipped 7 rods, which is a 700 resources shipment. It's really not bad. Ship rods and call Minutemen and just snare and kill the units, you know. Then you have also the Huss popping. I mean, there's definitely a way to hold this, but he just didn't really try. He just was hoping that his TC would hold long enough that he can ship units and didn't try to make something happen himself to defend. Because look, the 700 wood are not gathered, like he gathered 300 of it just to make this useless tower. So basically, if he skipped this 700 wood, it would not have been a big problem for him because it was anyway a useless shipment at this point. 7 rodded arrows, for example, would have done much better. Or even 8 pikes, I don't know, just ship some stuff, you know, and call Minutemen.
Nah, he just throw.
Yeah, this also look how all in Stanley Winston was. He didn't really make vills, like he skipped more than 50% of villagers, finishing the game with 21 villagers only.
Oh.
Wow, I idled so hard. Mongobillione could have even made a small wall or something.
Nice. GG out.
Anyway, GG out. Well played by Stanley Winston, and now we have a game 3. So now they can play any civ they like. The map is Mendocino. UI 2.2 It's not too late to B. I don't think it's a problem for us. I just hope the map spawns fine.
Yeah, we need to check the hunts.
Yeah, we can check hunts, but okay, let's just try, and if it's a bad spawn, I will give him the 2.2b map.
Yes.
So Stanley needs to pick first because it's alternated picks, and he can go for whichever sieve he likes. He's going for Dutch on a 4 TP map. I'm not sure it's the most appropriate pick, but Dutch is anyway a strong sieve. Oh yeah, Mongobillione going Brits. Well, they're not really playing the TPs on this map right now. They're both playing sieves that don't rely on TPs for booming, but just rely on... Oops, I typed it twice because I'm retarded. Anyway, they're not gonna try to use the TPs, I guess. They mostly just gonna boom with banks and menors, but we will see what happens. So what do you think about this Dutch against Brits matchup?
Dutch against Brits. Oh wow, this is exciting to be honest.
I
Because
like this matchup, yeah.
both sieves are pretty good.
Okay, so who do you think wins this matchup?
It's a fair matchup.
I think it's good for Brits, even if Dutch is buffed. I don't see Dutch out. Like Brits can go boomy and still outscale probably Dutch. Brits can go aggressive and just outmass Dutch. I don't see Dutch just being able to be fast enough to hold Brits. Honestly, Brits could probably even get 40p stagecoach if they wanted, just because they're so much faster than Dutch in H2. We will see. So
we have here Stanley Winston playing again pink. Maybe he should have changed and still playing red now because he won last game. He's playing Dutch in the color pink versus Mongobillione, who is his color is always green, and he's playing Brits.
yeah, indeed.
Yes,
What do you think about this wood start?
it's so nice for both.
What can Dutch do with wood in H1?
He can make a market.
Okay. Well, then you need to chop 50 wood and to mine some gold, which you need to mine for UVs already, so it's kind of slow. Oh, he's not.
He could also make a TP.
He's mining only 10 gold and gonna rely on the treasure to get his villager out and just gonna try to age up like this. I like this very much. He got 100 extra food, so he knows he can age faster. He get 90 coin in base, so now he's just gonna age up 14 and be probably age up without any idle time and will be fast in H2. And also because of this wood start we mentioned, he will not have any problem to get his bank up, even if he got one less villager instead of aging 15, you know, he will still get his bank pretty fast because of this 100 wood he got here. Okay, he's just contemplating the landscape because it must be so beautiful, this nice canyon here.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. They should maybe add some water inside or something.
Or some nice elephants, you know.
Elephants.
And you could just bring your villagers and kill the elephants from on top here. Then you can look at the dead elephants. It's very nice to see.
Azam is not watching, I think.
I will link to him. I will link to Azam.
So we have two mainers. It's so good for Brits. It's so nice that you can make directly to mainers.
Yep, it's pretty good advantage, and like we said, Dutch. I mean, this wood is of course gonna be useful at some point, but right now it's just banked and not doing anything. But you see how fast is Stanley Winston gonna be able to age?
Zing! Now he aged. Yes.
Yeah, he aged
He aged
in
in
time.
2 minutes and 13, or even less.
Yes, this is a vanilla age up time, kind of. A little bit late maybe, but it's really fast. I mean, even Brits is gonna age pretty fast, but still slower than Dutch because this. it's really smart what he did to just get the treasures and not mine any gold. A lot of players will just mine too much gold and age up later, you know, and this was really smart.
But do you know what? I know that Mongobillione is one of his main ciphers Brits and one of Stanley's main ciphers Dutch.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting match. But like I said, it's pretty tough for Dutch in this matchup, in my opinion.
Well, if he make nice positioning of his buildings and also maybe he make a small wall or something, he's definitely fine on this map. I think it's not like you have so less resources or something.
Yeah, he can defend if Brits is rushing, but even if his Brits is going boomy, I think he can just outboom Dutch. Also, it's just very hard for Dutch to deal with longbows.
Do you think Brits can outboom EP Dutch?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Dutch don't have a better eco on EP. I mean, yeah, they can get one more bank, but you don't really go 5 banks, I think. Like, I think he's just gonna get pushed by Farks in H3. There's also the Farks. I mean, if he's going 5 banks, Brit can just age up and bring 2 Farks and start sieging his stuff and defend the Farks, and I think it's just very hard for Dutch. We will see anyway. 400 would age up, of course, for Dutch. Boss sent the classic 3 villagers in H1, no Virginia Company stuff. Oh wow, that's not a very standard deck. There's a lot of H4 cards and not full H2 and 3. So maybe he's going for H4. I mean, 17 Reuters and 14 Scums is not some shipments you see every day.
But I think it's good shipments.
Yeah, but something...
Especially 70 Reuters, it's so much.
Something very surprising is that there's no church card. Usually when you go H4 you want to ship the church card because 30 Musketeers are just so good and the 5 Stradians. And he doesn't have this church card, which is a bit surprising from an H4 deck like this. You could skip 7 Reuters or 1k foot for this. Or maybe he wants to use the 1k foot to go H4, I don't know.
What is Mongobillione doing in his base? Never mind.
This is pretty standard, I guess.
Yeah, and he's going for a rush. It seems like he's placing the tower in the middle, but where's his villagers?
No, he's not rushing, he's just taking map control with his tower. Should basically, by the way, be more like here, because then you have full line of sight. But it's fine. I mean, he's controlling a hunt, a gold mine, and a bit of the TPs, and any raid coming or something in the middle will be spotted by this tower.
This is really smart.
Stable start. Okay, so he ships 700 wood and aged up with 200 coin. I think it's gonna be hard for him to get a good batch of cav out. I expect this to be 3 or 4 hussars, to be honest, and not 5. Because only 200 gold and 700 wood is also not... like 5 villagers are just faster to gather. Here you see 700 wood, you need to idle 1 or 2 villagers to gather it, which means you get less hussars out. Also some villagers building manors, you know, and you don't have 5 years gathering right now. It's a bit, it's not so fast to pay off like 5 years.
Can you click on the will?
Getting is still traps, no
Yeah.
place of mine though.
Oh, it's okay for Brits.
Yeah, because he's aged up with 200 gold, so early on he doesn't need so much his gold upgrade. He will need it soon, to be honest, but well, he's getting it right now. Is he even making hussars at this
I
point?
was going to say, maybe he's making a fake Huss start.
Oh.
Seems like that he wants to age him. He's stacking a ton of resources.
Well, since Stanley scouted him, I guess it's worth doing this, because he invested 200 wood, this is true, but he will have his stable up for later. And Stanley probably is thinking that he's making a cav, which means I can tell you that he's going to make pikes, I'm pretty sure, after his patch of skirms or something, because of this stable. He's probably gonna mix 5 pikes, which is kind of wasted when you don't get raided, right? Even the skirms are potentially wasted because he just makes units and they do nothing.
No, they just stay in base.
Oh, this hunt is a bit far. It's actually this one, the next one for him. Both players, by the way, had 2 hunts, deer hunts and the elk hunts. But like I said, Stanley didn't hurt his elk hunt. Yeah, look, he shipped 8 pikes because he expected probably some hussars. Or maybe he just wants to take the tower down. I like that he's sending his explorer first to tank the tower shots, because it's just a bit sad to lose some pikes. But look, Mongobillione is smart and he's switching the tower to pikes as well as shooting with Explorer. Some pikes going down really fast. Just trying to get as much damage as possible out of his tower. Now Stanley going in cover mode with his pikes to try to tank.
But look, we have some Huss out from Mongobillione. He's bringing his Huss now.
Only 3 of them is not gonna be enough. He's gonna raid with them, and I think that's a wise decision. He lost his tower, but he killed like basically 2 pikes, let's say. So I guess it was okay. Of course, if he could have saved it, would have been better. But he's aging up. By the way, we didn't say this, but he got a nice 130 mana population space. He's already going age up before Dutch, or maybe at the same time because Dutch got a faster. He's gonna age after Dutch actually, but it's basically the same. Oh, this is a nice pick. Dutch is now slightly ahead in eco, but you see, even with 4 banks, he only got 2 more views. And now Brits can still ship 8 views if he really wants, or even make just more manas, you know.
Yeah, you have only 13 mana pop, so he's able to make 7 more manas, I think.
Yeah, so he can really outscale Dutch at this point.
Yeah.
And he was able to age at the same time like Dutch, which is very good for Brits because they got a slow age up. It's just making a bit more manas here and there, you see, climbing up now, catching up in eco. We will see what he decides to ship first. For now he's going for a longbow Huss, age up longbow and some a batch of 3 and then a batch of 2 Huss. Adding a barracks, which is of course needed because you can't just go pure cav. 1k wood coming for Brits. That's not a very standard shipment for Brits, but why not?
It's very greedy. I'm pretty sure he would drop a TC somewhere.
Yeah, he could build a TC. He could also make some more manas.
Yeah, he's doing, I think.
I hope he's gonna get upgrades out of it, like veteran Hussar and veteran longbows. But now we have a push coming. 9 Ritters coming for Dutch, and still the 8 pikes from the H2 are also here to add some siege power, because Kermgun doesn't siege very fast, but the pikes are gonna help. Also sieging the manas doesn't seem like a very interesting thing to do. It's not like you're gonna house a Brit guy, and the XP you get out of it is nice, but not really enough to. And
oh, he's making longbows.
Oh, 2 fights now. He's definitely able to defend, but he needs to upgrade his longbows. Could have maybe shipped 10 longbows instead. I'm still afraid that these unupgraded longbows die, and not. Oh, nice volley. Just gonna repel the push. 1 more mana for Mongobillione to boom, by the way. He's now at max manas, but he can make 1 more just because he lost 1, which is basically 1 more veil. And now you can see he's starting to be ahead in eco by a fair bit. Just got more eco. Cav combat already coming in. That's very early. No 1k wood shipment for Stanley Winston. Could have used this for an extra bank and some houses, maybe a veteran Hussar upgrade, another barracks or stable, because you can spam a lot with Dutch.
Yeah, he's soon housed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see the point of this Cav combat shipment when he's not using his army. Same for the 9 Ritters, they didn't do so much. This push was a fail, and it looks really good for Mongobillione now, because he was able to go greedy and just ship the facts to hold, and soon he's gonna outmass. But he needs to be careful. He's maybe pushing a bit early.
Yeah, and also, I mean, Huss longbows.
Longbow Huss is very good as long as the other guy doesn't make Huss himself. So right now he's... but look at this. He upgraded his Hussars and they have Cav combat. If he makes more Hussars, and he is making more Hussars, he can even ship 4 of them for the timing. I think he got the shipment, yeah. It's not the greatest shipment, but it's still Cav,
and with Cav combat and also the upgraded, it's decent, I think.
Yeah. Mongobillione needs to be careful. He's only anti-Cav at this point, he's 10 Hussars. He should probably mix in 5 dragons or 10. 10 dragons actually would be very nice for him.
To be honest, you can just hit and run the Huss Stanley, definitely.
He can't really hit and run because of the longbows. And in this point, it's Dutch guy needs to go in because longbows just got more range than everything else. Oh, nice. Splitting on the wheels, almost killing the last one. Oh, oh!
Wow.
Sweet. What a sniper. And now just gonna use his fax to put the timer on the bank. 10 longbows. More longbows coming, so again, if Stanley can switch to enough cav, I mean, Goon and cav are going to kill these massive hussars very fast, especially with cav combat. So I think he's just waiting for the 4 hussar shipment to go in. I would like this very much. Losing one bank, which is of course not nice for him, but
it's better to lose one bank than your army.
There you go.
Yeah,
if he can kill the army, he doesn't care about his bank. Look at this. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a very good fight for him just because this massive cav he got. Even the pikes can work on the hussars. Look at this passing. Oh my god, no. This is so sad. But to be honest, he's anyway getting crushed because he got no anti-cav. I mean, how is he going to deal with these massive hussars and goons behind? His own hussars are melting so fast to the goons and even the pikes helping. And then it's gonna be longbows against Huss, and I'm going to win my bet. Probably.
Yeah, then you can give me my money back, maybe.
Yeah, I can give you some points. No, I can't because you need to have 0 points and I give you points. So lose everything, then I will give you. So now just getting cleaned up. Yeah, it's exactly the way we saw it.
It's really like Stanley. What does he lost? Nothing, basically. Really nothing.
He had like 90 or 80 pops, so he lost 20 or 30 units, but...
Yeah, but it's nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
He cleaned Mongobillione full up.
This is exactly what he needed. I mean, it's looking very bad for Mongobillione now. He still has more eco, but he's out of resources probably. I mean, he got some coin, but this is like 1, 2, 3 animals left in his base. What is he doing next? He's migrating all his fields on the side. Stanley Winston got a very mobile army of a lot of cav, and he can definitely run on the map and find the wheels. So
he will just bring the TC down and finish the game, I guess.
Yeah. Oh wow, this raid is gonna be very painful. Ooh. This is what is gonna finish the game. It's very, very painful.
This is so sad.
This was just a unit composition win at this point. Just Stanley Winston had the counter composition. Goons and cav is beating skirms and cav or longbows and cav.
Yeah, we see there a little bit of mass coming, but I'm not sure they are still H2 and what will they do with this. Oh wow.
Yes, this is game over. I don't know how he was able to mass musketeers so fast, but they're H2 like you said, and they're not gonna do much. They're just gonna die to these H3 skirms.
Yeah, and also they don't have any upgrades. There's no musketeer attack or something.
Oh my god, this is... Yeah, GG.
GG, well played, and congratulations to Stanley Winston, and well played by Mongobillione.
Yep.
So, let's have a fast look at the stats.
So we can see that he's just gonna get crushed with similar army just because his unit composition was wrong. Look at this, it's actually insane. It's actually insane. I mean, I saw it coming. I was hoping, I'm not really hoping, I mean, I'm not cheering for someone, but I'm just saying like that you should add at least like 10 goons or something, and he didn't do that. He just went pure longbow Huss and 2 fags and just died to, he would die to pure Huss basically. He would just die to pure Huss, even with no skirms. It's just so risky. You need a few goons, or at least spikes if you want, or something to try to cover your stuff. And this was just very, very painful.
Crush.
It was such a crush. And then it doesn't matter that he's ahead in eco. Like, look, he's gathering more. He just got much more villagers because he killed a few, and because Dutch, yeah, he idled a bit. And lost a few villas, like 5 villas over the course of the game, and the bank also. But in the end, does it really matter? When you got no armies and you lose everything, you can see this raid here, killing so many villas.
Insane.
More gonna go down here, everything dying, the army and the villagers, and there's just nothing to do anymore. It was just a very, very fast end for this game. This is what happens when you don't have anti-cav. Basically, you get caught and you die. So yeah, GG. Stanley Winston winning this round of 64 game. This round of 64 series, I mean, 2-1. A pretty good series. I think we had some close games.
Yeah, exactly. It was very well played by both players and some nice struts, especially the game one with the Dutch and a lot of cannons.
Yeah. By the way, didn't mention that Yeoman came in just when he was losing all his longbows, so this card was completely useless. But yeah, so
GG out.
GG out.